Unit Radio, this is Dubzy. I'm joined by Mr.Diamond, who has released on Solid Grooves, Saved, Material, many more, and today he's dropping his debut EP on Hot Creations. How you doing, mate?
Hey, all good, man.
Good. Wicked, man. So, obviously, we want to talk about the EP today, but before we do, just going to do a quick little icebreaker and fire some quick questions at you, if that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
All right, sweet. So, first one, Jamie Jones or Cal Cox?
Jamie Jones.
Festivals or gigs?
Festivals.
Tech or minimal?
Tech.
Wow, okay. Ableton or Logic?
I use FL Studio, but I will say Ableton, yeah.
Yeah, all right, wicked. USBs or vinyl?
USB, I don't like to carry anyway.
Yeah, vinyl's long in it, man. It's fun to play with, but it's definitely not fun to carry. Manchester or London, last one?
Ooh, London.
Let's get into the EP. Dance With Me, out today, Hot Creations, Jamie's label. How did it all come about?
I started producing music in 2013, but at that time I didn't have any clear direction of the kind of subgenre that I want to do. I knew that I wanted to do house music. I wasn't sure which direction to do. And then all the way in 2017, late 2017, I was like, okay, I want to focus more on house, tech house, maybe a little bit towards techno, but softly more towards house. So definitely Jamie Jones was okay, this is my main guy. So this is where I want to aim to release. This is the crew, how I want to people to associate me as an artist. So that was the initial idea, to release one day on his label. And I remember that I got his email and I sent him some demos in 2019, in January. And I remember that I sent him a link with a zip file. He replied me, hey mate, all good here, but I have a Mac and I don't have any ways to unzip that file. Can you send me another link? I was like, yeah, sure. And then I sent him a drop of links, but just with the MP3. And then 2 months later, he replied, hey man, I really like those 2 tracks. Can you hold them for me? That was in 2019. And
wow.
After that, I literally sent more than 300 demos, man, because that was my main goal. And I was like, okay, so I got his email. He replies me. He likes my music. So why shouldn't I give up? So I was trying. But everyone in the industry can testify how hard it is to get Jamie to like something so much to release it on his label, because he gets so much music from all kinds of artists, super established artists and new ones. And so yeah, it was really hard to please him, and also to make something that really identifies me as an artist. I didn't want it to make just an EP or a release just to fit on Hot Creations. That's why you can see that my release is so diverse. It contains one track that is more house disco, the other one's more techy, more dubby, and the other one's UK garage, minimalist. So it's a very complex, because that's me in the essence.
Yeah.
Because in the process I was experimenting with all these different ideas and combining different subgenres to create something new. That's how the EP came out.
That's mad. So it was a good 3-year process then.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Well, congrats, man. Today's a big day, man.
Yeah, it is.
So what other labels do you have on the list to work with? Where do you go from here? You got Hot Creations up at the top. Where do you go now?
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to release very easily with other labels, because they are so professional. They really take care of every single piece of the release. There's a lot of planification, a lot of involving in the campaign. So I really like that. And definitely I wanted to continue working with them in the future. But also I would like to release on Relief. That's mainly due personal taste, due to the legacy that they have, and also with Cutting Heads. I got a lot of tunes that definitely could fit on their label. And I have been sending the music to Steve, and he really likes them. So hopefully in the future we can, close something.
Yeah. So you mentioned it was around 2013 when you first started getting into this. Obviously, Hot Creations was the main inspiration, but were there any other producers or labels around that time that were quite influential on your sound?
It's really hard because like I get influence like just like little by little from every producer. It's not
Mhm.
that I want just going and say, hey, I want to just replicate his sound
Yeah, yeah.
because that will be like copying that producer. So I would say like different inspiration from here and here, but never stick to just one producer.
Yeah, when you think back, was there one like moment that kind of clicked and that made you think, "Oh, what a DJ now?" And did you DJ first or produce first?
Nah, I start producing first. Yeah, so
Wow.
actually I started like making music first. Like when I was 13, I started playing the guitar, then the bass, then the keyboard, then
Sick.
singing in a band.
Sick.
So
Right, right, cool. So where does the name come from, Mr. Diamond, man? It's a pretty unique name.
yeah, yeah. So I would like to say that I took inspiration from Mr. G, and all those godfathers from the house scene, but no, I didn't. I just came out with that name because I thought, okay, this is something easy to remember to the people, and also
Yeah.
easy to brand. I already have thought like what I want to do next with the brand. When the day I release like my own merchandise, my own label, my own nights, so everything is aligned with me, and hopefully, I can make it happen in the next years.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. It's definitely an easy one to remember.
Yeah.
Some names are so hard to pronounce as well. Like when I'm on radio as well, I'm like looking at names like, oh, do I even want to attempt to say this?
Yeah, it's super hard. And I noticed that some guys have so super weird names that they even have to put on their bios how you should pronounce.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like over the years, what's been some of your favorite places that you played at?
Okay, so I haven't played that much out because I focus on the studio mainly.
Mhm.
So for me, I consider myself first like an artist, not as a DJ.
Right.
So I focus mainly on developing my sound first. I played like a few times in Ecuador, in Miami, in Orlando, here in Houston too. But definitely it could be like the first gig that I had because it was like an event that was in the mountains. It was like a private event. A friend of mine took me, and it was super crazy because they ran the whole place. It was like a big house, and
Wow.
they made like a big party over there. And the roof wasn't like so high, so it was kind of low. So the
Yeah.
sound was like very consistent, and the people in the vibe was very intimate. So that was like really sick. We played like from 12
Yeah.
all the way to 1 p.m. So it was like
Sick.
nice.
Yeah, they're always the best gigs. Them intimate ones where you play a long set, you can't beat them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So where are some of the places that you want to play? Like what's your dream clubs, favorite
Yeah.
places?
I would like to play, like on all the big festival clubs.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say DC10. Yeah, that's like the main one on my list.
Yeah, that would be sick. We need to get you at Park Life, man. You know about Park Life?
Yeah, I have heard of the festival.
Yeah, that needs to happen, man.
Yeah,
You would
sure.
smash it there. So, how did you find it with in lockdown as well? Obviously, not being able to go out to clubs, get inspiration, network, and stuff like that. Did you just crack on in the studio? How was it for you?
Yeah, I found it like pretty helpful. At first it was like kind of disappointing because last year I had a record that did pretty well. It was called Pressure. That was released on Minerva Records, and the other one was like Isolation. So
Yeah.
they were like really close. So I got a few offers to play, one in Belgium, UK, in Italy. So I had like in Poland. So I got like a few different locations. There was okay, I can make like a mini tour, go to Europe and play.
Yeah.
And I was already started to make those plans, and then boom, the pandemic hits, and I was like, okay. So I gotta just wait a little bit more. But it was good because, when these start touring, they forget like a little bit of the studio. They could be a little bit more laid back. But I took the decision, okay, I'm gonna to level up my productions. I was really happy at that moment with my skills, but around now I look and made like a 200 progress. Like definitely was like something really positive for me in the long term.
Cool, man. So I've got to pick your brain for all the producers now as well, man. Have you got any like plugin recommendations or kit recommendations you could shout out?
Yeah, for sure. There are many camps like every new month, but people don't like to put attention on the utility plugins. Like there's one that is called CS metering, like T-Rex.
Right.
It is something that I always use on the master boss just to check like the levels of the whole mix to keep everything tight and balanced. That's really important because like you don't want a track that sounds bad in the club or in the festival.
Yeah.
You want to sound like punchy, powerful. So that's one that people should check it out.
Wicked. Okay, what's lined up after the release of Dance With Me? Have you got any more EPs dropping anytime soon?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's pretty funny because Dance With Me was the last record that I signed for this year. All the previous records I signed last year, I usually like were like 1 year ahead.
Yeah.
But instead, I sent the demos to Jamie in January, February, I think. And then the next month, he played in Miami at the Space Park. It was like an open venue. People were like really enjoying. He played like a longer set than usual. And the reaction was amazing. I saw like a few videos online that was popping in the track, and I was like, oh, that's my track. And the next week he told me, hey man, can you hold me these tracks? And then 1 week later he said, man, hey man, I want to release it, and I want to release it in June. And I was like, what? So early? Because like everyone told me, hey man, the day that you sign Hot Creations, you better be patient because Jamie likes to take a lot of time to release his music. Like he said that he really believed that this was like the proper tune to start the summer, to break, the season. So I was really happy when he told me that, and I have to move the other ones. But thankfully, I was able to make like everything align and everyone happy.
Sick. We're going to finish up shortly, but just before we do, is there any gigs coming up people can catch you out? Any you want to shout out?
Yeah, I would like to say like I will play here and here, but at the moment it's like still like super uncertain. Look at UK, and, like they keep pushing the days. So I would like to say people just keep an eye on social media, and you will see like where I will be playing, hopefully.
Yeah, so where's the best place for people to follow you and keep up to date with everything as well? Do you prefer Instagram?
Definitely Instagram.
Yeah, it's the one, innit, man?
Yeah.
Facebook is so dead.
Yeah, man, I never use it. The only reason I have it is because it's linked with the Instagram account, but I don't use it or check it at all. So Instagram.
I hear you, man. If people DM you on that as well, do you chat back or?
Yeah, I do check. I do chat back. I find like something like that.
I'm just openly inviting people to message you there, innit? Don't hound him, man. Don't hound him.
I do reply. I may not reply like instantly, but I do reply. Whenever I play. I like to engage a lot with my fans. Up to the point that I'm able to. But I'm open to reply. Yeah.
Wicked, man. All right, cool, man. So what's your Instagram account? It's Mr.Diamond House, right?
Yeah, Mr.Diamond House.
Yeah, that's the one. Right. Mr. Diamond, thanks again for your time.
Thank you very much for the interview, man.
No worries, man. Appreciate you taking the time out, and congrats on the EP again. Everyone go check it out. It's sick. It's very, very sick.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
no worries,
it.
man.